wanna take another look at you so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you, 'cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you. Will you let me?
Welcome to another episode. I think this is episode 5 of High Value SHAN. Where not only SHAN is a high value man, so is the content. I got my guy SB. I've known SB, you guys, for, he's in the chat, has to be now 26 years? Something like 26 years. 26 years I've known SB. We've been rocking ever since Black Voices, even before Black Voices. Have you guys ever heard of Black Voices? 1997, 24 years. Me and my guy. Trolling way back then. Even when we created our own social media. We had our own social media website way before Facebook. SB was there, man. He's my guy. Today, it's a lot of talk about child support. It's a lot going on these days. A lot of talks about child support, man. You got Kelly Clarkson, who has to pay I think she's paying $195,000 a month in, wait, let me get it right. She's paying $45,000 a month in child support and $95,000 a month in alimony. Or that may be low. I think she's up to like $200,000, right? Then we got Dr. Dre, who's not paying child support, but then his daughter's in the news talking about, what up, Charles? We got his daughter in the news because she's homeless. This is Dr. Dre. So he's been paying adult child support for 20 years because she's 38, right? And then we got what's the best? PJ Washington. PJ Washington with Brittany Renner, the Instagram model, Brittany Renner, paying. They're saying that he's paying. I'll pull up the article. I think he's paying $200,000. $200,000 a month. No, not $200,000 a year. No. $200,000 a month. $2.4 million a year in child support. That has to be wrong. I believe that's cap, but that's what's out in the news. And so it's a lot going on with this whole child support thing, man. And to be honest with you, it's an argument that men have been having for a long time. And whenever women get hit with child support, there's been a lot of people who've been championing. It's a lot of people that love it when women get hit with child support because men have been getting smacked with that shit forever. I just recently realized someone in my family had been paying child support to somebody. I had no idea. I learned that recently. One of my family members. And I was just like, wow, I did not know. It was next to nothing. I found out how much money it was, but it was next to nothing, but I didn't know whatsoever. And so there's a lot of people out here that's been arguing the whole point of child support. For those that don't know, I'm divorced with 2 children. You know, and I have my thoughts on child support. As you can see in the description, is child support a how do you say? Is it really a new version of spousal support? You know what I learned? Chris Brown, for his first daughter, I forget her name, the one that lives in Texas, was paying voluntary child support till I guess he was put on child support. Did you know in Texas they have a cap on child support no matter how much money you make? $3,000, period. You can be a billionaire, have a kid, And then if you get put on child support in Texas, the most that you will pay is $3,000 a month. Max for that kid. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Whereas in California, you can pay, oh yeah, royalties are named. Whereas in California, you can pay upwards of $100,000 per kid. New York, you can pay out, there's states that you can pay a whole lot of bread. But in Texas, you get a max of $3,000. In fact, from what I understand, I believe Chris put himself on child support. Chris Brown put himself on child support. And what he did was, he did it quick. He made sure he did that in Texas and not in California. And she was sick. Royalty's mom, I heard, was sick about that. Took them to court to try to get it overturned so she can get some more money. She thought she had the bag and all of that. Nope. Judge was like $3,000 max. Period. But is child support even fair? Is it even fair that somebody's paying $45,000 a month for one kid? And I get it, oh, it's the lifestyle of the child. It's the child is living the lifestyle that they otherwise would have lived if they would have been living with that parent. The argument would be, can you imagine what costs $50,000 every 30 days? Even if you had the best chefs, the best schools, the best living in the best homes, living situation is nice, tutors, anything over $50,000. Remember when Tyrese went on that rampage a while back, and he was like, "What do you want from me?" And I shout out to Tyrese. I love Tyrese. That's a sharp brother. I appreciate him. We worked together a long time ago when he was over at Edmonds Towers up on Cahuenga in Hollywood. Edmonds Towers is a Babyface and Tracy Edmonds building. They had a building, six or seven story office building in Hollywood. I believe Tracy sold it, but prior to that, Tyrese had the entire second floor, and he had his recording studio there and everything. Shout out to that brother, man. But I remember he was like, "What do you want from me? I'm paying $13,000 a month." $13,000 a month, and now he's going through it with his second wife. Getting ready to get hit again, I suppose. Yeah, man, that's great legal advice that Chris Brown got. The baby's living, in Texas. Do that shit in Texas. Put yourself on child support. Make sure it's not filed in California. And once it's filed in Texas, it's set. It's set. In fact, I don't even think it matters if you move. It's set. So he's good to go. But the thing is, man, it's a lot going on, and I got a video of something that perked my ears, and we're gonna watch it. A lot of people are asking because when I was married to my ex, we used to talk about child support all the time, and we kind of had like similar ideas and similar thoughts on the idea of child support in women that abused it, men that evaded it. I have friends that don't have their, we're not friends no more. I know people that don't have a driver's license anymore because they never paid any of their child support that they were supposed. And I'm talking about menial dollars, bro. I'm talking $100, $150 a month. Didn't want to pay $150 a month for some diapers and some food and whatnot. Lost their driver's license. Lose your driver's license, now you can't work. So we had some similar ideas, and we have 2 children together, and we're divorced. And I'm gonna have her on the show. I'm gonna get her on the show. Let me see if I could let me hit her up and see if I can get her to come give her thoughts. Let me message her real quick. And if you guys have some thoughts on child support, hit up, bang their line. Come online, because we're gonna talk about it today. Passport, can't travel? Nope, that's right, SB. Can't travel at all. There she is. There we go. Let's see. Let me bang her in here. Punch her name in the system. Aha, Cassie. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. See that little microphone that with a slash in it? You want to tap that to make sure your mic is working. Now it says you're still muted. So there's a little microphone. There's a camera and a microphone. So you want to make sure you hit the microphone. Tap that to make sure you're unmuted. If that's not the case, I want you to hit the little cogwheel. Hit the little settings cogwheel, and then there is going to give you microphone options. If you're using your AirPods, select your AirPods.
It says I'm connected.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the live, Cassie.
Is it too echoey in here? Do you want me to go outside?
It's kind of echoey, but I mean, if you doing work, are you on the job site or are you at your office?
Yeah, I'm at the job site right now. I can head outside for a little bit. That's fine.
Oh, okay. So I invited Cassie. I told her I was gonna do this podcast. I used her photo, and then she was just like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna talk about?" I'm like, "Yo, when you get hit with child support, we gotta talk about it." There you go. What job are you working on now? You're in Culver City?
No, I'm actually in Woodland Hills right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's dope. Damn, you got jobs all over the place. For those that don't know, Cassie is a professional interior designer and construction company. She's a builder. She does commercial properties in residential homes. If you go to her website, Cassie Company, Kassy company.com, you'll see everything that she does. But right now, what are you doing over there now?
I'm actually remodeling an interior of a home. It's a 5,200 square foot home that I'm remodeling a kitchen and the entire floor footprint, painting the interior, exterior, and remodeling like a bathroom.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
5,000 square feet. That's not a house no more. That's an estate. That's an estate. You remodeling an estate. So Cassie, as I told you, we're gonna talk about child support. Because we broke up 2 years ago. We divorced 2 years ago, and we've been friends ever since. You know, when I go on Clubhouse rooms and when I come on, when I introduce myself, people say, "Hey, who are you? Introduce yourself, Shan." I'm like, "Shan, I'm 49 years old, live here in Los Angeles." And normally I'm in these relationship rooms, right? Giving relationship advice, giving business advice. And I always preface with, "Yeah, I'm twice married, twice divorced, but me and my ex is friends." And I know people don't believe me. They don't believe. They're like, anybody, no, exes can't be friends. What the fuck are you talking about?
Why?
Exes are supposed to be at each other's neck. Exes, and you know how I am, especially when it comes to relationships, how I feel about a lot of shit that comes along, how I champion men. But nevertheless, we still friends. Yeah. Yes, exes can be friends, you guys. Especially when you're raising children. You know, me and Cassie, we've always had this philosophy that we ain't gonna be on the planet but 100 years or so. So what the fuck we need to argue for? Like a lot of people do. We don't do that arguing this. We don't do that nigga shit.
Yeah.
But we're talking about child support, Cassie. And when we divorced,
okay.
we had
Okay.
When we divorced, we mentioned it, you know what I'm saying? Because we was figuring out how we was gonna move on and do things.
Yeah.
How much do you have me on child support every month?
That would be a calculation of $0.00.
Oh, it's so expensive. So expensive. So expensive. Zero. I'm not on child support. Cassie's not on child support because we raise our children together. We raise our children together. We had an amicable breakup. We're friends. And some would argue best friends, you know, even though she's dating and I'm dating, and sometimes I'll run chicks through her and she'll be like, nah, she ain't the one, Shan. Kick her back and she'll run some guy and I'll be like, nah, Cass, don't fuck with him. He a fuck boy. We're friends like that. But when it comes to our children was the most important. And so trying to hit each other's pockets, we didn't have a bad breakup like that. And I suggest most people do that, but that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, our children are growing up extremely privileged, I guess. They're very intelligent. They're well taken care of. We're good to go across the board. And there is no child support order for us. But that's not the case for most people. Cassie, I got a video I want you to watch. All right?
Okay.
All right, watch this video. Everybody take a look at this video. This was sent to me. And it's from, you know, did you know there's a reality show called called Support Court? There's a reality TV show, no different than like Judge Joe Brown or, you know, or Divorce Court and all that. They got one out there called Support Court. And every case, it's on TV, it's reality or whatever, and every case is about child support. But I want you to take a look at this one. Everybody watch this video. We're going to take a look. All right, give me a second. All right, here we go.
What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 11?
He is.
He is
yeah.
11?
Uh-huh.
He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because...
Cassie.
Wow.
I don't work. I take care of her kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Oh my
Okay.
God. Wow.
When I watched that, I could not believe the audacity that she had to straight up say, I could work, but I'm not. For what? For what?
Yeah,
But we talked about this. We've talked about this over the years. Cassie, tell me, and you know friends that have been put on child support and didn't get their fair share, didn't get no help, bum ass dads. You got friends like that. And you got friends who didn't put anybody on child support whatsoever, and she should have. You also got friends who put people on child support and got way more than she should have, even based on the involvement of the father. Listening to this, and let's listen to it again real quick.
What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 11?
He is yeah.
11?
Uh-huh.
He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So, it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because...
Cassie.
That's horrible. I mean, I have no words for what she's saying right now. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? She has like no ambition and no, she just wants to stick it to him, and I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, I think things should be fair. You know what I mean? You guys were a couple, you guys were together, and now you guys are not.
But Cassie,
it
we were
nothing to do
arguing
with...
when we broke up. We were in a bad space. We were fighting. We were being hurtful to each other, but we still didn't do that to each other. Why do women do that? Why do men do that? But by and large, why do women do that? Why do women? And if maybe you can give us some insight to, and this is why I wanted you on the show, maybe you can give us some insight to the mentality of some women who use their children or child support as a weapon against the baby daddy.
Yeah, no, I definitely think there's different, I mean, first and foremost, there's different types of women. There's different calibers of women, and all of us are not the same. There are women that will use the situation as, you know, a knife, saying, you know, you've hurt my feelings in that way, and I want to stick it to you where it hurts. And usually in that situation, it would be a man's money. You know what I mean? Because they don't care about my feelings, so I'm going to hurt him where, you know, I'm going to stick it to him where it hurts. And that's usually the case. Or they'll pin the kids against the dad and say, oh, well, you can't go to your dad's today, and stuff like that, which, again, I definitely don't agree with any of those things. I think it's sad that some women do choose to do that. You know what I mean? But again, each situation is very different. You know, not all situations are the same. Maybe there's a situation where that needed to perspire, or maybe it didn't. I mean, I don't know. I can't really speak for them, and I can't speak for everyone. But yes. Sure. 2 seconds. Sure. Yeah, so.
Do you have any friends? Well, I already know you do, but tell me a little bit about your friends that Oh, go ahead.
Yes. No, that one I don't need. Just put that out from that hole. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
No, give us a little insight on, and you don't have to name no names. You got to call nobody out. But let's talk about the girl who let's talk about the woman, or the girl, or the associate, or the woman that you know who is using her child support and doesn't work. You know, the one that that's downtown in the high rise, had the baby with the big
the celebrity.
Baller. Yeah.
The celebrity.
Have you ever talked to her and asked her why is she collecting so much money for child support, but she's using half of that shit for her car note and for her rent and things like that?
I mean, from what I've been told, it was because she just wanted a better lifestyle. She wasn't able to provide that herself because she wasn't educated enough for her to get the things that she wanted. And that was her way. I mean, since she had sex with this guy that had a lot of money, you know what I mean? That was her out. That was her way of saying, okay, well, now I can afford all the things that I don't have because I have a child, or I'm bearing a child of his. Which was, you know, that was what was said.
Here, take a look at this here. Let me see if I can pull it up. PJ Washington. Have you heard this story, Cassie?
Mm-mm. What's the story?
PJ Washington is a basketball player. He's had.
Okay.
He thought he was in a relationship with this woman named Brittany Renner, and now the rumors are there's $200,000 in child support. So Charlotte Hornet, he's a Charlotte Hornet basketball player, and apparently he could ball. You know, apparently he got some skills, and he's pretty good, and all of that. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. PJ Washington has been making all the wrong headlines of late. His recent unwanted rise to fame centers around some nasty rumors pertaining to alleged child support payments to ex-girlfriend Brittany Renner. Word on the street is that Washington is about to shell out $200,000 per month. $200,000 per month. And the sad part about the whole thing is he was warned. Let me show you this video that she made. Let me see if they got it. Oh, here it is right here. Take a look watch this video right here.
Why in like 2018 that's any of your fucking business or why it matters. But 24, 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only fucked 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous because a lot of y'all run your fucking mouths too much. I don't want to be sending you a video 1 minute, the next minute I see me spread eagle on the timeline playing with my pussy. In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
If you want to come up off a check off an athlete, just fucking athlete, they're really dumb. She made that video before she got with PJ. PJ hooked up with her anyway, got her pregnant. She broke up with him 2 months after the baby was born. Now she's getting $200,000 a month. It's obvious that a lot of athletes aren't the smartest in the world, but goddamn.
Yeah.
But goddamn.
That's. Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I mean, it's definitely on both parties because you know what I mean. He was forewarned, as you said. Like people told him, obviously, to watch out for her. You know what I mean. But the thing is that you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You get what I'm saying? Like you can warn all these people all you want and say all these things, but at the end, they have to be held accountable for their own actions as well. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that he has to now pay that amount of money, but again, he was forewarned. Wait. You know what I mean?
So you saying he deserves what he gets?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's important that as adults, we are fucking grown people right now. It's important that we are vetting the people that we are dating. You know what I mean? It's important that we take the time to do that. It's not about just sex, because after sex, what do you have?
A child and child support. And $200,000, $2.4 million, $2.4 million, $2.4 million a year in child support to make sure that you got diapers. That's like, yeah. Look at S. Beasley for president. He said $200,000 a month. Let me see if I can pull him up. Is $200,000 a month is more than being held accountable. $200,000 a month is more than being held accountable. And then you got people like you got Kelly Clarkson with her husband. She's paying him now. If you don't remember Kelly Clarkson, she was the first person to win American Idol, season 1.
Yeah, I remember her. American
Idol a million years ago. She won. She became a really big musical star, made a whole bunch of money in the courts. Now hers is only 2 years. There's a limited time for hers, but for the next 2 years, she's been ordered to pay her husband, who came to the relationship with children. He came with children. He came with 2. They had 2 together. So there's 4 total. And the
She's
judge
paying
has
child
ordered.
support for all 4?
She's paying $45,000 a month in child support and another $150,000 a month in alimony.
What?
A month. She's paying $150,000 a month in alimony, and she's paying an additional $45,000 a month in child support. And get this, they got equal custody. In fact,
No.
I think she has more custody than him.
No.
So a lot of people is happy. And
No.
and it's like, yeah, a lot of men are like, yeah, stick it to the women, fuck women. Y'all been hitting us all these years for child support. It's about time. It's a win for the men.
No.
I just don't like the whole child support system. You know how we already feel about marriage in and of itself. It took us one sheet of paper to get married, you and I, years ago, and it took us 900 sheets of paper to get out. The government was almost trying to make us fight. The government was like, yo, they were kicking shit back. They was like, nope. And we were like, yo, we good. Like, why are you making us go and get this and did that and get this fucking notarized, and we got to jump through all these hoops and work all of this shit out? We good.
Yeah.
It's almost like Uncle Sam didn't even want us to be happy or to be on good terms with our divorce. It's really weird. And that's why I think it's a hustle. So part of this child support shit, I think, is a hustle in the courts.
Yeah.
And then you got people who put themselves on child support because they're trying to do some underhanded shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to get custody of custody of the kids. Next thing you know, the court didn't put their ass on child support, and they didn't even go there for that.
Yeah. I mean, I just truly believe that everything should be fair and even across the board, which is why, like, for us, it's like, even though I have them a certain amount of time, you have them a certain amount of time, we both have them you know what I mean? We both have them. And when they're at your house, there's stuff that they need, so you can pay for that stuff. You know what I mean? That's not my responsibility now, because again, we are sharing custody. We are sharing the cost. That doesn't mean that, just because I work and I'm making a lot more money than you, or you work and you're making a lot more money than me, that now I have to gouge you for what you're making. That's not how it works. Like, if you truly are about the kids, then it should be about the kids and not about that person. It's not like I'm coming after you now, Shannon, because you hurt me and now I want this money. Like, no, it's the kids need this. Because again, if it's fair, like, if I can't afford something, or I'm like, you know what, I need help for this, all it is just a call away, and I'm sure you'd just be like, okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to have.
But see, Cassie, that's because we're mature. We have a mature friendship. You know what I'm saying? Again, remember, we used to always say, we not doing no nigga shit. We look down the street and we like, okay, them motherfuckers, Pookie and Ray Ray and them, we not doing that Pookie and Ray Ray breakup. And so,
yeah, but
I don't know why
it was
people
more so because, no, I mean, I agree with that, but I think it's also because even though it was a hard, divorce on the system and stuff like that had still no bearings on the kids for me. Like, it didn't, us not working out wasn't the kids' fault. You get what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to suffer, or they shouldn't have to be put through what divorce does to people. You know what I mean? Or they shouldn't have to be put through with, like, the financial strains that has to, deal with in the end. It's basically what I feel like is like the kids are going to be ending up suffering in the end. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're adults. You know what I mean? We're going to fucking die down the line, but these kids are going to see all of the shit that you're doing, what you're doing to the dad, what you're doing to the mom, whose house they're going, who's bad mouthing. They see all this shit, and that not clones them, that prepares them for their life. And is that what you really want to be teaching your kids? Like, when you grow up to, oh, I divorced your mom and now I hate this, calling her out her name and saying all this stuff, like, you're creating bad, like, energy. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're creating, like, bad energy for the kids to grow up in a new world where they now see their wives like that or their mates like that. Like, that's not what I want for my kids. Like, I want them to understand that, and especially because I have a girl and I have 3 boys. You know what I mean? It's important for them to understand that this situation just didn't work out for us. You know what I mean? We didn't work out. We didn't fit our, what we thought it was in the beginning. You know what I mean? But that has nothing to do with who I am as a person, how that person is as a person, and what they do with that. I'm very well at what I do at my work and how I do it. So are you. You're in fashion. That's what you do. You make your money. Like, I'm not here to stunt that. You know what I mean? If I can help you in any way, cool. You know what I mean? If you can help me in any way, cool. But that's how it should be. It shouldn't be about now we're separated. So fuck you. You owe me this. And now I'm going to come after you. Rah, rah, rah. Like, how do you build from that?
You bring up a really good point. You bring up a really good point, Cassie. Why would parent A want parent B to fail? If the kids matter, why would I want your interior design empire to crumble just so I could say, "Ooh, look, she ain't getting no money"? Like, how does that help Law and Maverick? How does that help our children? It doesn't. Why would you want my fashion empire to come crashing down? I don't understand why a lot of people, and you know what another thing is, and I mean, in addition to the fact that people do not have a problem with the other parent failing simply so they can kind of shine in front of their kids or some shit. I don't really know. I can't really wrap my head around that. But one thing that's also true is they said Cassie is a unicorn. They said that you are less than 1% of the women that think like you. SB, you should come on the live, bro. You should cam up. You should cam up, SB, and come on and give us your opinion. What you know. I'll bring you on. But there's another thing, Cassie. Yeah.
But it doesn't really serve the purpose of the kids. If this is about the kids, as the name says, child support, helping the child grow in whatever way they want, how does that help the child? How does it help Law and Maverick if I'm like, F your dad, he's this deadbeat, blah, blah, blah. How does that help him? How does that help Law growing up to be a man in life and for him to prosper and to him to grow and to have different standards? How does that help him? It doesn't. That's the answer. It doesn't help him. You are hurting your kids if you think that it is okay for you to badmouth the parent. That I don't like. If you don't like him, good. You don't have to like him. That's why you guys are not together. But you don't have to be indoctrinating that now to your child so that your child is now, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, honestly, like if the parent, either one of us, is truly that way, the kids will see that and they will make the decision. And as they grow older, they will part from that parent. They will do that themselves. You know what I mean? And that is way more effective than me ever saying to them, your dad is this way. You need to not talk to. No, if you really are that way, Law and Maverick will see that. And I don't got to say shit to them. Law and Maverick will see that. And then they'll be like, you know what, Dad, I'm cool on you. I want to go with Mom. You know what I mean? And I won't do nothing. You know what I mean?
You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And I wonder, do parents take that into consideration that their kids are going to be kids only for a short amount of time? They're going to wake up. They're going to grow up. And then they're going to say, well, wait a minute. That don't add up. Everything that you said about Mom ain't necessarily true, Pop. The fuck? Yeah. Or Mom, you said Dad didn't try, but I just found all these letters. Remember Color Purple when Celie found all them letters that Mister has hidden under that her sister was sending her from Africa, and she was like, "Damn, she's been writing me all this time. I thought she didn't love me. I thought she didn't care."
Yeah.
But Mister, he said, "Don't touch that mailbox. I didn't fix that mailbox to know when it been messed with." And so, that's the same thing with parents. You get parents who lie to their children when they're children, just for the kids to grow into adulthood and find out that lie, you just made it worse for the times that you really need your kids. You know, oftentimes it's the children that take care of the parents after they get old and can't move as much. Can you imagine where somebody hates your guts so much because you lied to them as a child? Now that you're not fucking with them throughout your adulthood when you need them the most, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's just insane. And it behooves everything. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to the child? But again, everyone has their own reasons why they do it. And I'm not saying that that's my reason. It's just, okay, well, you should think about that. You know what I mean? We are adults. You need to now think adultly. Like, you can't be in that. It can't be emotional when you're making like a rational decision when it comes to that kind of stuff, because that affects your whole life. It's not just it affects you for today. It sets the precedence now for the future on what's going to be done, on how things are done, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't agree with that.
Hey, Christina said in the chat that Cassie needs her own talk show to empower and educate women on the same issue and relate. Christina, I've been trying to get Cassie to do a damn talk show for 5 years. She won't do it. I've been trying to get her to talk. She got a whole Instagram with like 6,000, 7,000 followers. She don't want to do it. She too busy building houses and shit. She too busy fucking building fucking goddamn shopping what do you call them? Not a shopping mall, but the shopping plazas. She's too busy building shopping plazas and remodeling mansions. She got a following, and she won't do it. So yeah, I agree. She should have her own talk show, but she's I don't know. I give her all the perks and I sell it to her and shit. I just ain't doing it right. So I'm glad you said that. But yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah,
Cassie.
But you know what? To speak on that, it is very important to educate women about these things, because again, how much more powerful is it to succeed? Like, after you've been in a breakup, how much more powerful is it for yourself? You know what I mean? Like, to show your kids, like, you can do this. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't going to break you. Like, you know, sometimes us as women, we're taught you're supposed to have this fairy tale wedding and you're supposed to have this amazing, you know, and you can't do it without your husband, blah, 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 whatever. But I don't believe in that shit. Like, honestly, yes, you should find the partner that you guys can grow with. But if that doesn't work, you can still flourish. You are way more than what your partner is. You get what I'm saying? Like, and vice versa. Like,
well, see, that goes to people, and that's what I preach on, especially when I'm talking to these brothers. Or actually, I take that back. Especially when I be preaching to women, because remember the whole, "Oh, you complete me. I've met you, and now I'm whole." We've always said that's bullshit. No.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Well, I know. That's why I married you. So you're supposed to be whole.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be whole on your own. I'm supposed to be whole on my own. Two whole, complete people come together. And when two complete people come together, it may not always work out romantically. You might not always see things eye to eye. But when you come whole, you can break off whole. God damn, what word am I looking for? I can't think of the word. Anyways, so you break off. I'm successful. That's the word I was looking for. You're successful. There's no beef. We talk we talk weekly. We talk about your business. We talk about my business. I want your business to make millions of dollars. You want my business to make millions of dollars. We want each other to do really well. We want the kids to get smart. You tell me what I need to do when it comes to teaching our children. When I have them, I tell you what he's missing and what you can pick up when he's with you. And it's a great relationship. But that's only because two whole people come together. But you get so many people who's not whole, they're broken, and they go out there looking for somebody that can fulfill them, or they think that they're gonna and then what happens is you got a shitty ass relationship. Go ahead.
But I was saying, but that's the problem, because when you get into those relationships where you're half and this person's whole and you're not all the way there and you're depending on this person, that's what it is. It's dependency. And so now that they've depended on this individual for 5 years and they've created this life with this person, they're still not fully complete. And so when they now have children and when they now have the houses and they have all these things, you know, they're still searching for something. And so when now you guys are no longer together, that's when shit goes bad, because they're like, well, I need this now and I need that, when it's only to fill the spaces that they didn't have.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
Well,
that's why shit goes bad. And then, we're being resentful because now we've, I don't know, you've inhibited me from doing these things. I mean, there's tons of things that could come up. You know what I mean? We are women. We are emotional. And sometimes our emotions can get in the way with certain rational decisions or
yeah.
rational things that we should be doing.
Well, I think it's important that women like you teach these younger women the game. And the reason I say that is because you guys been lied to a lot, and I'm speaking specifically about women because that's what I'm a bash women. I bash men and women equally, but I bash women differently. It's just different. And I'm saying because women aren't here to listen to men. Women will listen to women. It's incumbent upon women to teach women how to be women, how to be a wife and how to be a partner and how to be. And what's happened is I think that you guys have been sold a bill of goods. And there's a whole misery loves company element that's going on with women that you get some older, bitter women, 49, 50 years old, that's trying to tell these younger women that they don't need this and you'll be. And so what's happening is these relationships between men and women just aren't working. And as a result, I mean, look at us. We're talking about almost a 60% divorce rate in the Black community alone. People are not getting married. People are taking longer to get married. I think they're saying that people they added an additional 7 years, as opposed to 20 years ago that people are taking before they get married. That's if they get married. So it's important that people like you teach these young girls the game. They need to hear it because they don't hear it from us. They don't hear it from me. I talk about it every day on my podcast, but I know they're not listening. But they might listen to you, and so, who knows? Because like SB said in the comments, you're 1%. What men are experiencing is not women like you. I really got kind of lucky. I'm just keeping 100. For as far as baby moms go, I got lucky as a motherfucker because you could have been the other 99%, and I'd be up shit creek. I'd be in a bad position today, but I'm in a great position today because you're not like the rest. And that's why I wanted you to come on the podcast, because I already knew how you thought. I just wanted people to hear it. But the problem is there's not enough women that's thinking like you. And as a result, you're winning. You're winning in every aspect of life. You're winning in your career. You're winning in your personal relationships with friends, love life. You're winning in making money in your business. You're winning. The kids are winning. But it's still only because you got a different mindset. Yeah. So if I'm capping, if I'm what they call if I'm simping for you, I guess I can simp for you since you my ex and you got my babies. But I ain't simping for the rest of these motherfuckers, and they not listening. So you got to talk to these ladies and let them know how you feel, or give them some game because they not learning, Cassie. They not learning, and it's getting harder and harder. And relationships in the Black community is getting worse and worse.
Yeah, no, I can clearly see that. No, I mean, I do get calls and conversations from, some guys that I do know that are asking me questions about like the females that are in their lives because they don't know like how to deal or why is she doing this? And I'm like, well, it's because, she's feeling this way. So you gotta do this. But I mean, yeah, I hear ya.
Well, thank you for coming on my live, Cassie. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know you're busy out there building 5,200 square foot mansions and shit. Not a mansion, an estate. You need 10,000 square foot for a mansion. It's an estate. It ain't no house. 5,200 square feet. That's 5 goddamn houses in South Central LA, all built on one. So I appreciate you coming on live. Thank you so much. Everybody, tell us your thoughts on child support. Tell us your thoughts on child support. I know everybody didn't get as lucky as Cassie and I to have children and still be in a good space together, even though we're broke up. And we're now just extremely great friends and are on the same sheet of music and want the same things for our children. I know that's not the case for most people. What's your story? or give us some insight. Put it in the comments. We appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, or you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. That it really helps. I appreciate you, and please hit the like button. Bang that like, bang it up, or thumbs up or thumbs down. Either one works for me. I need the algorithm going. Thank you so much, and thank you, Cassie. I appreciate you. I know you got to get back to work.
No worries.
We getting ready to break out of here.
My pleasure.
Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey.
Esa chica quiere selfie.
Cassie, they can hear you still. You there?
Que aquí perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie.
Hey, hey.
Como que ella quiere. Disfruta la noche, lo anormal. Creo que el novio teme que su relación va a terminar. Se da cuenta que no necesita a alguien más. Quiere un selfie para su Instagram. Ella ya no quiere relación. Alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Para que él se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo aparezca en mí, que yo aparezca en mí. No tiene sueños, solamente en sus sueños nos ponemos risueños con un norteño y mi flow brasileño. Yo te juro que es bueno, ya me doy el palo. Ese empate si lo desigualo. Le gusta lo nasty y lo malo. Me traje un regalo. Ella ya no quiere relación. Alguien que diga su condición, que solamente le dé traición, para después llegar con un perdón. Quiere hangar y ser de esos babies que goza la vida y lo hacen como esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, ella quiere ver. Para que él se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que yo aparezca en mí, que yo aparezca en mí. Dime todo lo que ella quiere, nada ha sido regalado. Entre más independiente, más quiero estar a su lado. Esas nenas mata, es que más ella está plena la noche entera. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver, ella quiere ver. Para que él se dé cuenta que aquí perdió esa mujer, perdió esa mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, ser la mujer que él quería ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, que ella aparezca en mí, que yo aparezca en mí.